Yeah, we have a question.
Yep.
Is it like preference agent is like a tool for the news agent in a sense?
Yes. So since we're not exposing the tools directly to the news agent, only to the preference agent, we need another way to make our news agent like aware of those capabilities. The person who just asked the question got right to this. Basically, it turns out that this is extremely easy. We just need to wrap our preference agent in an MCP server. Conversing with the preference agent is actually something that we can represent as a tool. And that imposes that layer of separation between the news agent's context and the preference agent's context. Basically, we can put our whole preference agent, our whole fast agent instance inside of one chat tool, and that is all that the news agent sees. Behind the scenes, the preference agent still has 6 tools, but the news agent only has 1. Basically, the agent is or can be a tool. Fast agent actually has a command that just like runs the agent as an MCP server that you can plug into anything. But I was actually having issues with that here, so I just did it manually. But as you can see, it's very easy to do. I create a fast agent instance here. I give it instructions. By the way, this is just like the news agent here in the client that I believe everyone has been using. And then I stick that entire agent inside of a new fast MCP server that just has a single chat tool. And that chat tool handles conversing with the agent. So I'm basically here running the, I'm scrolling up a little bit again. Our existing preference tools, I'm running that as an MCP server on port 8081 here. But I'm actually running the preference agent as an MCP server on top of that. The instructions in this agent are distinct between what the agent itself sees and what the news agent sees. The preference agent here basically has a bunch of guidelines saying what we expect of it, like what we think the news agent expects of the preference agent. It's acting as a reviewer here. So basically it just blindly receives big news reports from the news agent, and it needs to review them depending on how well those news reports match our registered preferences. Basically, it's acting as a content reviewer here. And this is important because you'll see this general pattern used across applications once you fully understand it. Our news agent is a producer of content, but we don't know the quality of that content because we have nothing to validate against. The preference agent is acting as a quality gate here, giving an explicit approve or deny rating to newspapers it receives before allowing them to move forward. The chat tool also has a separate set of instructions that are useful to understand, because basically this is how the news agent knows what the preference agent is capable of. Basically, this is now describing to the news agent what the preference agent should be used for. One very important thing to note here is that, following that content reviewer pattern, the chat tool doesn't actually say anything about news reports specifically. All it says is this is an agent that can review content and validate it against preferences. What this means is that we're actually defining our preference agent MCP server in a way such that it's not specific to news at all. You can actually use it in totally different things now. We could plug it into so someone was saying something about sports articles. Well, basically, if you take out the preference tools from that and plug this in, then it would work there too, with either no or very, very minimal changes to prompts. The reusability is a very important strength here. So yeah, basically, this reviewer agent pattern is very common, and there are a bunch of other problems that map to this same framework. As one example that I would like to share, And Docket's a deep research system that's used in the Claude Web UI, uses a reviewer agent to enforce citations.